I've always found that fascinating too. I mean, I think a few things are happening. First, I feel like, we're looking at like a coin and people are looking at from different angles. So like some people see the back of it, some people see the front. So I always find that like really interesting. And then I just also think it's part of like the concept that like not everybody is going to vibe with me, and not people are gonna, they're gonna want to go to other people because people have different deliveries. The soul mentors that we have in our program, that like, the girls that help in Soul Seeker and Soul Leader, I chose them because they all had very like different deliveries. So like she is like she delivers information like she could be telling you that you're dying and she'll be like, but it's gonna be okay, and like she's just smiling. And then like then there's people like I have like just so like logical about a lot of things and all that. And I just think that's what makes us all unique and special. And I think that some people resonate with others, and it's beautiful how it happens. So I'm happy that you guys are seeing that. And that also helps with like not comparing, because it's just different delivery. It has a lot to do with like your own like what you've experienced in your own life too. Like the more things you're like aware of, the more you're going to be able to see. Like you're just going to tell it through your own lens, so it's like a story that you're telling from your point of view, like from what you see. It's beautiful. Definitely. Like if you are working with a therapist or a coach or anything like that, you can take some of the ththings that are being seen there and then go into what healing wise, and you can move the things that way. So cool. I mean, I think you're like typically when we can't read like bottom down, it's because we're not grounded. Like we're not like in our bodies, and that makes sense. Like especially with not being grounded means like I just can't like be present right now because I'm thinking about like what's going to happen in the future. Or even sometimes when we're excited, we're like, I want to do this thing for my business, or I'm, in these different places. So it's totally fine that you're there. We can ground at the end today, so you can find a little bit more grounding, but it's totally like normal thinking, especially going with what you're experiencing talk about today. So I'm happy you brought that up. So because we have to be prepared, not just for ourselves, because like you're going to be able to connect the dots at some point, but when you perform a healing on somebody, we're not going to we can't predict how they're going to react to the healing. So some people feel like light and feel great, that they'll be like, oh my gosh, I had the best sleep. But then sometimes, and it's not the person, it's like whatever is being healed really is what I found, because I've had several healings done on me and I've had all the different experiences. But most recently I had this, it was a couple of weeks ago, it was in the beginning of January, I had this like, I think I shared with you guys, I had this like past life kind of trauma show up, that like being persecuted for like the work that I do. And I had a friend who like manifested that, I felt kind of attacked, and I knew that it wasn't the friend. I knew that it was the past life. So I went straight to my teacher and I was like, this is what's happening. I need to like release this. I know it's showing up just to be released. I need to like do a healing, and I'd rather not doing it on myself. So she processed the healing, and she's processed many healings on me. She's actually one of the people who have taught me to do a lot of these different healings. And I was just like, I was just out. Like I do not rest. Like I'm not like the best at resting. It's like a well-known thing in my family. And I had to sleep like all day. And then I actually got sick because right after something else was trying to heal as well. So I actually got like physically sick, like my body wasn't, like I got constipated, like I couldn't put food down. And I reacted, like I was like reacting to the healing from being tired, but then it like opened up a portal for something else in the way that I eat, and some like body stuff to be healed. So, and nobody could have predicted that. And I was okay with it because this is the work that I do. But sometimes you do that and the client will freak out, because they're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I thought this was supposed to be like a good thing. And these like results. But as you can see that after, there was just I'm sure, Jamie, like after in the next few days, like you have all this clarity and it's worth the healing. But you just have to be mindful that like the client may experience something, and some healers like to like check in on their clients like a day later or 2 days later, My teacher loves to like check in. I don't do too many healings. I only really do them for like coaching clients. So I'm in connection with them anyways. But just know that you may have your clients like, that was amazing, but you also may have, I was super exhausted and I felt really sick. But just you have to remind them that like it's normal. There's nothing um there's nothing that like you did for that to happen. It's really just that that is, it was the kind of healing or the kind of thing that they were releasing, and then that's what they needed for recovery, because they're recovering. It also to me is a sign of a very strong healing. So I wonder, Jamie, I'd like to watch you, but maybe you're like a very strong healer. That may be like your place. Yeah, thank you. Yes, definitely. Like I recommend water to my clients. I'll typically also like um recommend like root food if they need to. So anything that like ground that like brings them back into their body. So like carbs, basically, like sweet potato and anything that comes from like the earth, that is a brown rice, like those things to help them recover. So just making sure that they're taking those as well. You have a healing, and then the like an anxiety, which is just an anxiety in that way, is like it's just an energy that's trying to release itself. So if you see that happen, or if a client happens, and like wherever it is, it's just trying to come out like physically. So you can like kind of almost like tap it out, or you can like dance it out. So like just put some music and like move the area out, and like let it leave you fully. It's almost like whatever was done in the healing like didn't all leave at one time, and that there was like a little bit of an after that was ready to be released. So you'll see yourself, like if you guys have ever done like trauma release healing, which is really cool. It's like you just kind of lay down and you're releasing like emotions in the body. You'll probably like feel the need to kind of like tap yourself almost, because it's, you can feel it like coming. So just if that shows up, or if it shows up for a client, the point is to like hold it. So the intention is like, okay, just I need to, it's trying to release. So like you can do like heart opening exercises. You can like use your hands to kind of move it out, dance it out. Like it just, it needs to come out of the body. And like I said, you guys, we always have to have like regular practices of that work, because like this energy healing has to be coupled with like with body work, because if not, these are the things that are going to happen. So either you can have somebody that does body work with you, it's helpful, but it's really just like running or dancing or just moving the rest of the energy out. Like it's just, it's going to come, like it needs to go together.